Houston Astros. We got a question or a debate, however you want to look at it. With Christian Javier's recent struggles,
Uh-huh.
are you looking at him as moving out of the top four? I know you presented it in the question of
Well, like, I believe. Do you think that we're gonna go to a 6-man rotation?
I do believe for the rest of the season, yes.
I think we. I see. That's my thing. Is I think we should, but I don't know if we are.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But like the question we were talking about is like when you get to the playoffs and you kind of condense it down to more like a 4-man rotation. As of right now, would Christian Javier be one of your four?
As of right now, what we are seeing, no.
Yeah, he wouldn't be one of my four either.
The the thing is, and you said this months ago when he started to kind of struggle a bit, and people were saying that you were wrong about it. But his fastball has been pretty much non-existent most times, and they're starting to call it out now on TV, and opponents are starting to see it. I mean, just looking at the game against the Yankees, he got exposed a lot with that fastball, and I mean,
It's
questionable
to me,
pitches.
it's weird because it's like you and I were texting last night when all that was going on, and I told you I was like, relax, like he'll get it together, and he did. It seems like to me it's just taking him forever to get going,
Yeah,
which is why I'm kind of cool with you going to the bullpen.
yeah.
You know, like I think it puts you more of like the role you had last year, and I'm good with it. So like in the event any of the starters suck, you pull them immediately and put Christian in there. So I'm with you, bro. If we started the playoffs right now, Christian wouldn't be one of my four starters.
I mean, you look at Framber, he had the amazing bounce back game, and he said it. He goes, I've been rushing, I've been not myself. So I kind of breath of fresh air. All right, you realized you were doing some stuff wrong. You figured it out. Granted, it was against Cleveland, but hey, do you, bro? We got JV back, so you got your 1-2 punch. And then Hunter is what Luis and Christian were kind of for other years, like that surprise to us. Like,
Hunter is a little bit inconsistent to me, and sometimes he scares me. But the fact that the dude is a workhorse, and it makes me not worry about it. Like I'm willing to take a L on if for Hunter because I know he's going to give me what he got. Like I never question that. But
yeah,
it is a little bit weird to say that I think that JP would start before Hunter for me. Like he's just so like he's unpredictable for one, and he's just earned it to me. Like he's earned everything that we want him to have.
yeah, he has one of the lowest ERAs in baseball as of right now when it comes to pitching. So you look at when he first got on the team, when it was him and Belak, and they were asked to pretty much lead the pitching staff, and you said it at best for him that he's been he started off inconsistent with slow starts, but then he figured it out, and
Mm-hmm.
he figured out where he you would even hear him talking like Astros lives and everything, where he's like, I have to get started faster. You know, I can't do what I did in the minors because if I do that, they make me pay here in the majors. He goes,
Yeah.
and so you can tell that he's learning and all that stuff. But we said it before, he's too good now to move back, and he's proven himself to be a very quality pitcher
Yeah.
in this league right now. And the thing is, you with him, it goes back to I'm not worried when you pitch. I'm confident when you're pitching because you'll figure it out.
It's one of those things where I think we all have a realistic expectation of JP France. Like he's not gonna Fromber and no hit nobody.
Yeah.
But he's gonna eat up about 6 innings for you and probably give up 2 or 3 runs. They as a team who thinks they could win a World Series, you should be able to cover that.
And you're saying it at best is that's what you want from that 3-4 game, if you're
Yeah.
thinking about it. If I had to go through a bullpen a little bit more and get a 1 or 2 game out of my aces, then okay, I need you to go and do that. And that's kind of what we wanted Lance to do when he couldn't do it and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So having a guy like him that can go 7 innings, I'll take it.
I
It's
tell people all the time the fact that this dude has 5 pitches in his bag every night, and none of them are gonna just completely blow you away. But he's league average on fastball. Like 94 is good, but he's got so many other things to play off of that. He's just the innings eater. It's like I love that shit because that's gonna save your bullpen in the playoffs. That's gonna it'll help you. You just have to cover the runs he gives up because you can't be pissed off at this dude if he throws 105 pitches and 2 of them get hit out. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like you looking at our offense of what we have, you should be able to help your pitcher out in that sense.
Yep.
And that's the thing. Like it's weird because for some reason fans, I mean not Verlander because it will be his first start, but like when Framber and Christian have like 2-3 games, people are like, oh, it's okay, that the offense was just resting. But then when Hunter and JP do it, it's their fault. It's not the offense's fault. It's like, come on, like we're being realistic. You have games where we put up 17 runs. So
I
what is
think I'm excited, to be honest
yeah.
with you. A lot more excited over this JV trade than I thought because if Dusty manages it the right way, then he can put it back. He can get the train back on course. And if the pitching that we had last year shows up again, this league is in trouble. Straight up.
And you're looking at the what we said. Belak is definitely going back to the bullpen where he belongs. I mean, you did your job as best as you could. I don't want to see you as a starter. It's all good. Play your position. And you're looking at your four-headed monster, I guess, for the year.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said it best, like if he runs it the right way, I mean, the way he used Graveman wasn't stellar, but he got the job done. I mean, hats off to Montero his past few games. I mean, he struck out Aaron Judge and he's done his part. Yes, the walks, I don't want to see that in the playoffs at all, but he's getting progressively better as the
Mm-hmm.
games go on and when he's put in the right spots. And like you said, it's all on Dusty though. He sets you up for failure sometimes. The Ryan Stanek stuff, like
Yup. That was ridiculous. I know you were mad as fuck.
it's just like you said it though. It's like we never had you do this last year.
No, you're a high leverage, like specific batter, throw heat, get you out of the inning kind of player, and he to expect him to go get 3 outs. That was like he can do it. He's done it many times, but it's like we had other people to do that, which is dope because like you're just say in the playoffs, you send Christian back to the bullpen, long reliever, or Keedy goes back to the bullpen, long reliever. Bielek, long reliever. You know what I'm saying? So that means you're really not touching those bullpen guys until the 8th, 7th, 8th. You know what I mean? Putting them back in a natural spot. That's why I get excited.
And then you still got Blanco that you can bring up. You got hopefully Abreu finds his stuff. Hopefully Nearest finds his stuff. I mean, there's a few guys also out there that have been let go that it seems like they're going to probably be looking at when they're DFAing a few people out in their AAA and stuff.
Let me
So,
ask you this. So Urquidy comes back Sunday.
yeah.
So that gives you your 6 men.
Yeah.
For the next couple weeks to not piss because I know Verlander still wants a 5-man rotation. That's why we got away from it last year to appease him. But then in the long run, when we got to the playoffs, he was taxed. So my question to you is, for the next couple weeks, would you, or at least the next couple go around, skip Cristian Javier's go? Because I still have 5. It's like, I'm going to give you a break. You know what I'm saying? And get your shit together. And then we'll start hitting because you still give Verlander his 5 days, get acclimated to 6 days. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have to pick a spot in the schedule to switch over to that 6-man and rotation. Like I think that would be the best thing for Cristian Javier.
And I agree. I mean, it seems like that's what Dusty is trying to do also. I mean, you literally held him just to give him an extra day because you, as a manager, said he doesn't look like himself. And he's admitting that he doesn't look like himself. So it's like, I need to try anything I can to get you ready for October. So if that means holding you, if that means pushing you back, if that means putting people in front of you, I need to do something
I
because
mean, Verlander told y'all what to do. Like Verlander said, like I wasn't good in the beginning of this year because I changed a lot of mechanics. He's like, I went from fastball released at 7 foot to 6'9". He's like, it felt weird. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, you realize it wasn't working. Well, let's go back. Well, let's go back to Cristian and find out what you're doing different from last year. What did you work on that changed something, and then just stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because everybody like big name pitcher that or analyst said like Framber, I mean Cristian's thing was is like he didn't have a blow by fastball, but he had a lot of life to his fastball. Like it had a lot of natural run to it. You can't teach that. Well, if you can't teach what he does, then he still got it. Oh, let's fucking find it from somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And at first, like in the beginning of the year, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's the pitch clock, pitch clock." We're so far into the season. If you haven't figured it out by now, then I mean that's just on you. Like,
yeah,
like there's a lot of pitchers that had, I mean, different ways that they pitch and different antics they did, and they figured it out. So let's.
I don't want to call Cristian Javier. You know that I'm a fan. Like I'm one of his biggest fans because I feel like Verlander coming back is going to take all the pressure off him. Like he was just mentally not prepared for what came this year.
And I could see that. And that's on any of the pitchers. I mean, when you take a step back and you look at our team, and I get it, we're fighting for AL West still, you know. We're in the wild card right now. But when you look back at how many injuries we came across, I mean, because if you're Cristian, you're like, all right, I'm going to be number 2, maybe number 3. I'll have Luis there with me. I have Framber there with me. Maybe Lance comes in, you know, Hunter Brown's here. We got a guy. Oh, Lance is out. Oh, Luis goes out. Oh, Jose Urquidy goes out. Oh, we don't even have. We did so many games pitcher by committee. It's like Ronel Blanco started so many games. Brandon Bielak started so many games. So I could see where 1, the fatigue hit him, and 2, the like you said, the lights got to him. And it's not the lights of big game lights because we've seen him go into Yankee Stadium and do all that.
It's the pressure to perform.
Yeah, it's the pressure that I'm like, I need you now to be this number 2 right behind him. And it could be the same thing for Framber, like we said, though. It's like it's all on me because if you're not doing it, now I have to do it. And I don't have it right now. You don't have it right now. So who's doing it? JP and Hunter? I was like, what the heck?
There almost has to be a little bit of that same pressure on Maldonado.
Yes.
To make sure that he put, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like me and these guys have to get it done because there's no more JV. So, I mean, I just feel that way because Framber literally pitched a no-hitter the day after JV came back. Like, that can't be a coincidence to me.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And not only did he pitch a no-hitter, 27 up, 27 down, it was about as good as I ever seen him look. It can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, like you could tell when JV and the team met, they had pictures of them meeting and everything, and just the faces on on both sides was just like, you know, I'm home. Like, this is where I belong. It just felt like the reunion that you needed. And
just look at Maldi. He went 3 for 4 yesterday as soon as JV showed up. It was like, what the hell?
And that's one thing I always tell people, like, because they'll always be like, oh, we need Yonder in. I was like, I get it. I am a huge Yonder Diaz fan. But also, when it comes to my pitching, if they want Maldi at that plate, I'm going to give you Maldi. Now, Hunter, hey, you're young, bro. You're getting Yonder. JP, you're getting Yonder. Like, I need somebody to take it. But if Framber is going to do what he's going to do, JV is going to do what he's going to do, I'll give you Maldi all damn day you want, bro. Because he'll paint your picture the right way. He'll know the extra of what he needs to do. And the Machete still has an arm for defense. So
he just don't throw. He's a little bit slow with it. But to plead a case for Maldonado and still not shit on Yonder Diaz, this would be it for me. Is Maldonado earned the spot.
Yeah.
It's his spot to lose. As good as Yonder Diaz is, and as much as we need his bat, he's still a rookie, and he's still – there has to be an element of the league just don't know how to deal with him yet. My point being is like it's unanimously known by people who know baseball that Yonder Diaz cannot hit a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
They're going to find the rest of the holes in your game. let's not show it to him all year. Like, let's save you for the playoffs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you're kind of like that ace, and like he had a 3-run today, I think.
He did hit a 3-run homer, and we look at it. We talked about it with Jokes. The league figured him out. We
Yeah.
used him so much, they figured him out, and he's having to figure out what to do now. And that's the thing with Diaz; they don't really know, and they've already said it. That's our catcher of the future. That's why they were okay with giving up Corey Lee and other prospects that we have if we needed to, because I mean there was a few scouts that did say that Yonner reminds them of what's his name from Kansas City.
But
Was it Sandoval? Right?
yeah. Sandoval, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of scouts that are saying that's who he reminds them of. So if that's the case, I'll
If
take
people don't believe that that's a legit argument and the league will figure you out, ask Jeremy Pena.
Yes.
And the reason that I say that, not to shit on Jeremy Pena, but John Smoltz said yesterday at Jeremy Pena's second at bat on national TV, he said, Jeremy Pena cannot afford to ever go down in a pitch count because they know you're going to chase everything off the plate. And as soon as he said that, they threw about the longest fucking slider that was about that far off the plate, and he still swung at it. And he was like, everybody knew he was going to do that. So they found the hole in him already. So now he has to figure out how to adjust. Like, he has to learn how to be disciplined, you know?
Yeah, and it's that sophomore wall that he's going to hit. I mean, a lot of players go through it, but it's also, like we said, Dusty, set him up to be good. Don't put him in the second. Put him in the freaking eighth like you did today. If you suck down there, I can live with it a bit. Not in pressure moments when there's bases loaded and you hit into third base and they get a double with one out. Like, that was terrible. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, and then he just runs.
I'll tell you, we had a won yesterday. The game was set up for us to win if Jeremy Pena just hits that ball out of the infield. It could have been a fucking sac fly, but just don't hit into the double play. And he did. And that cost us the game yesterday. It's like they said, sometimes you only get one or two opportunities to win a game. And that was the one, and we just didn't take advantage.
Yeah, that was I don't know, that today's lineup with Hunter Brown on the mound was probably one of the best lineups that I've seen from Dusty. And funny thing is, you and me talk about this lineup pretty much all the time. You have
it. I have it right there, bro. And I'm telling you, he must be watching this and he's seen him. I'm gonna hide that.
We've said this before. We were like, why are you moving Tucker and Alvarez away from each other? Like that, all that reminds me of. It reminds me of Philadelphia Phillies when they had Bryce and Schwarber right next to each other, and people were getting demolished in the playoffs by that. Because you can't walk. It's a lot of teams do it. Oh, Ohtani and Trout. Damn it. Judge and Stanton. What am I gonna do? I walk one and I gotta face the other one. It puts a lot of pressure on your guys. I mean, and the lineup right now with what Bregman's doing behind Altuve, it just makes sense. But
plus Bregman walks. I mean, he's got a good OPS because he walks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a little bit inconsistent. I think the problem with Bregman is we think he should play a certain way, and he doesn't give us that, and we lose hope on him. But he does get on base quite a bit, and that's exactly what I want in front of Yordan. And my point is like Yordan can hit lefties about as good as he can hit righties. So that lefty bullshit he talks about, I ain't trying to hear it. The best that baseball we played this season was when Tucker batted behind Yordan.
Yep. And another, like, the thing is, like, what people don't understand, and I always talk to them about it, is your offense matters because it also gives rest to your pitcher.
Yes.
Yesterday's game, there was so many times where Javier would literally walk out, probably go take a piss, and then he's right back out there again. And it was like, yeah, no, that's not working. As of today, I mean, Hunter Brown probably could have took a whole damn shit.
I don't think Dusty realizes, and until recently, I don't think we realize, is we can't afford to continue to put people in the lineup that are streaky back to back.
Yeah.
Altuve's streaky, so I don't need Pena right behind you who's also streaky. I need somebody more consistent like Bregman. You know what I'm saying? Yordan's not streaky. He's pretty consistent, but Tucker is. So, you know what I mean? And at this point, people may not – they can say what they want, but Abreu's – he's doing his thing. Like, he's earning his dollar.
Yeah. And he fits in with the team, people. Quit trying to make it out like he's public enemy or something, dog, just because y'all –
The only knock at this point I have on Abreu is – about every 3 games, he'll have a brain fart playing defense, and it'll cost us.
Yes. But I'm hoping that at some point it's going to be one of those, dang it, you messed up, and then he gets like a long home run to make up for it. Kind of like how we used to get with Springer, where he would die for a ball, miss it, but then he's like, I got you, don't worry. And it's, bam, man. So
No, it was funny to me because, like, I think Caleb was talking about people were talking about Gurriel or some shit, whatever. But it's like and I don't want to hate on Gurriel because he's the Astros legend. Like, he's probably a top 5 Astro of all time just from what he's done. But my point is like, if Gurriel's doing that freaking good, then why did the Marlins go trade for Josh Bell, who we were going to replace Yuli with last year? So, like, you can't be doing that good.
It's because they only look at the highlights of what he's done in the season, but you forget that there's 100 and something games in a season. So, yeah, it's like I could look at highlights all I want, but if you were on a 7-game no hitting streak, yeah, you can't hide that shit. Like, it's there. It's freaking there still. And I think that's, I mean, I get it. People love him. And I mean, I don't want to shit on his name either, but yeah, it's who's on the team right now. You have a chance to win it. We're knocking right on Texas Rangers' door.
At this point, I'll operate as if we're in first place because there's just a matter of time before we take it. I'll tell you this. Over this golden age of Astros baseball, we've had teams that I felt like, yup, like we could win with this.
Yeah.
This is right now, I feel that way. Yeah. I didn't 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but right now, yes, this team can win a World Series this year.
And I mean, to end it, I guess when we tie it all back to, we only had 2 trades, if we're being honest. Graveman, it was kind of like hey, welcome back, bro. Somebody we know, somebody knows the staff, somebody that can fit right in where we want to do. And then went right into JV, and it's the same thing. Like, you know the staff, you know the people here, you're welcome here, the city loves you. Let's go win this shit. And that's just how
it's like Golden State, bro. When they their bench was depleted, they didn't know what to do. What they do? They went and got Iguodala back.
Yep.
And they won a World NBA championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what works. We know what to do with that team. So now we just got to go get it done.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I think the JV thing works. We'll see what happens with Cristian Javier. I mean, as of right now, it's streaky. I would have to put you at probably my 5th, and that's nothing against your talent, but what you've shown me this season.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. I'll ask a poll question and see what y'all think on YouTube. We'll get some questions on it. But, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the network right here. Bayou City Boys got you covering all Houston Astros stuff. We're going to be doing some live games soon also because.
And don't tell nobody. Actually, tell everybody. That's a lie. Merch drop.
Got some nice Astros, Texans, Rockets merch coming out for y'all. Be on the lookout. You can find it on our Facebook at the SOG Network. You find it here on YouTube. We're going to be finding it all over the place. If you know us personally, you can ask us about it also.
Yeah, I got them in the truck.
Yeah. But, yeah, and y'all be safe, Houston. Stay hydrated. It's going to be a hot week again. We out of here. Later.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.